everyone, Fed here, and welcome back to another redstone video. In today's video, I'll be showing you 3 very simple multi-floor elevators you can add to your Minecraft Bedrock world. So I'm going to be starting from the left-hand side and working my way to the right. Some of these are older, but I upgraded them to make them work a lot better. So the first one is actually my favorite one to make in Minecraft Bedrock, and that is a multi-floor water elevator. Now, I don't know if this works in Java, but in Minecraft Bedrock, when you switch the magma block over to a soul sand block really quickly, the bubbles don't change right away. So it actually slows your character down, making it so you can get off on multiple floors. So if I hit this pressure plate and go right in, as you can see, I go up the elevator super slow to the second floor. If I want to go to the third floor, I just click the button. I go up real slow to the third floor. And last but not least, if I hit this one, I go to the fourth floor and to the fifth floor. Because like I said, when you switch over the soul sand block from the magma block really quickly, it will make the bubbles go up slowly so you can easily get to extra floors. Now to get down to the next floor, you just got to go down the elevator, because going down a magma block is a lot slower than going up a soul sand block. Now the second one right here is a slime block elevator, and I don't know if this happens to everyone, but on all of my worlds, for some reason, the slime blocks, you'll get stuck in them if you don't have an empty space behind them. As you can see, if I put a block right here and click the button, I do nothing. I just don't go up. And I tried this on a bunch of my worlds. For some reason, I have to remove that block right there, or these things do not work. You need an air block behind it. So if I go right here, click the button, I get shot up to the second floor. If I click the button again, I get shot up to the third floor. And if I click the button once again, I'll get shot up to my final floor. Now to get down, all I have to do is click this button right here, and I will go down to the next floor. Click the button again, I'll go down to this floor, and boop, to the last floor. And now this one is one of the oldest multi-floor elevators, but I switched it up a little bit to make it work 100 times better. This is just a minecart elevator, but if we use an activator rail, it makes this thing 1,000 times better. I said 100, now I said 1,000. It makes it 1,000,000 times better. So when I get inside this minecart, boop, there we go. I'm on the second floor. If I get inside the minecart again, oh, there we go. I'm on the third floor. And oop, now I'm on the next floor. And why not one more? I am now on the last floor. And that's just by simply putting a minecart on an activator rail, and it'll just kick you out of the minecart right away. So you go right up to the next floor without having to get in the minecart and out of the minecart. And now to get back down, all I did was just put some ladders right here. So all we have to do is go down the ladder and just hold our jump button, and we can go to the next floor. Go down the ladder to the next floor. And boop, to the next one. And to the last floor. So there's all 3 multi-floor elevators, all very, very easy to build. Let's jump right into these tutorials. So for all 3 of these elevators, I'm not going to be giving out a spacing because they're all very easy to build. They take up no space. So if you want to add these into anything, you can pretty much do that. They take up absolutely no space. So for the resources for that water elevator, we're going to need 3 sticky pistons, 2 pistons, 1 redstone torch, 5 redstone, 1 stone pressure plate, 4 soul sand blocks, 1 magma block, 11 signs, and 3 stone buttons. Now that's just to make it go up 4 floors. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5 floors. And if you want to make it bigger, then, you just have to get a few more resources. They're all very, very easy to build. So to get started off on this elevator, all we have to do is just dig out 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 blocks, sorry, dig out 5 blocks. Place a piston facing this way. Place a piston facing this way. Then off of this piston right here, we're going to place in a soul sand block and then a magma block. So right here is where we're going to be walking into our elevator. So right off of this block, we're going to place in our pressure plate. Then we're going to dig out these 2 blocks right here, these 2 blocks right here, and going towards the piston that has nothing in front of it, we're going to place a redstone torch off the side of this block with a piece of redstone. That will make it extend. And then off these 2 blocks, we're going to place in 2 pieces of redstone. So now when I hit the block, it will switch it over. So now I'm going to be making mine 5 floors big. If you want to make it taller, if you want to make it smaller, you can go right ahead. But I'm going to be doing 5. So right off this redstone torch, you're going to come up 23 blocks with your block of choice. So I'm going to be using white concrete. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And that's going to be the top of my elevator. Then all I have to do is just come over like this. And then just place 23 blocks down. If you're doing this on survival, just have a way to get down. But I'm on creative, so I got the easy route. So I'm just going to come down with blocks like this. And it's going to look something like that. And then we're going to count up 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to place a block here, and that's going to be our second floor. So first floor, second floor, do the same thing, count up 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, place in 2 blocks. There is our third floor. Come up 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. That's going to be our fourth floor. And then last but not least, 1, 2, 3, 4. Place in a block. And that's going to be our final floor. The final floor only needs 1 block in between them. If you want to just, go like that, just so it's the same. There we go. So there is all of our floors. Next up, we're just going to come behind here and just come up making an entire encasing around our magma block all the way to the top. So now that our magma block is fully encased with blocks, now we have to just make it so the water can't escape on each floor. So right above this pressure plate, we're going to place in 2 signs. So 1, 2, and then come up to the next floor, and we're going to place in a button here and place 2 signs above that. 1, 2, and do that for every single floor. Oh yeah, and the last floor, you don't need a button on it. So let's go ahead and just get rid of that. So there we go. Now we can go ahead and place in our water. So take out your water bucket, and we're going to actually place a block here to cap it off. And then right off the top block, we're going to place in our water bucket. And that'll make it so we just have a full bubble column without having to keep placing in water, placing in water, placing in water. So now if I come here, I hit the pressure plate, switch it over to my soul sand, I should go right up my elevator. Boop, all the way to the top end of, apparently the elevator didn't fully fill up with bubbles just yet. So there we go. Now we have to make it so each floor we could stop at. So off the bottom of this button right here, we're going to dig out this block and place a piece of redstone underneath the block that has our button. So if I click the button, the redstone comes on. Next up, all we have to do is just come out a block right here. Replace this block right here with soul sand. And then place a sticky piston going into our soul sand block. So come out 1. Place a sticky piston going into the soul sand block. Break these 2 blocks. So now when I click this button right here, it will extend out. And we're going to do that on every single floor. So break this block. Place a piece of redstone. Come out a block from that redstone. Remove this block and place it with soul sand. And then place a sticky piston coming out. And there you guys go. The whole thing is completely done. So now if I come down here, hit my pressure plate, it'll switch over to soul sand. I can go to the second floor, click the button. I can go to the third floor, click the button. I can go to my 4th floor. And last but not least, I can go to the final floor. And then when I'm ready to go down, just get inside of it. I can go to that floor, this floor. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing over and over again. You can go to every single floor super fast and easy. Alright guys, next up is going to be that slime block elevator. Now I'm just going to be making mine 4 floors tall. You can make yours much larger if you would like to. It's just the same thing over and over again. So the resources we're going to need for this build are 9 sticky pistons, 3 slime blocks, 3 redstone blocks, 21 redstone, 4 glass blocks, 6 redstone repeaters, 6 stone buttons, 9 redstone torches, and 10 immovable objects. You can use obsidian, you can use glazed terracotta. That's absolutely fine. If you want to use a jukebox, I mean, I don't know why you'd want to use a jukebox, but you can. We also need some blocks for our elevator that we're going to see. I'm going to be using white concrete, and I'm going to be using my lime concrete to put my redstone down on. So once you gathered up all your resources, what I want you to do is just dig down 2 blocks, place in a sticky piston with a slime block on top of it. Now we can't have any blocks around this slime block because it will stick to it. So let's go ahead and remove these 4 blocks. And we're going to place an obsidian block here and an obsidian block here. Now in Minecraft Bedrock, like I said, you need that air block in the back. At least for me, I need it. And I tried it on a lot of my worlds, so I'm only assuming you guys probably need it too. But we're going to need an air block back here. But right next to it, we're just going to come up 2 blocks and place in 2 more obsidian blocks like this. Or, any immovable object you want to use. Next up, we're going to place in our button. So come up 2 blocks from the back. 1, 2. Break this block here and place in a button. Now we're going to take out our blocks to put our redstone down on, because now all we have to do is just make a ladder going down to that sticky piston. So right off this block right here, we're going to place in a block to the side, a block down, and another block down, placing redstone along all of it. So now when I click this button, that redstone should activate. Next up, we're just going to dig out a couple of more blocks, and we're going to bring 2 repeaters going into the block next to our sticky piston right here. So break out these 2 blocks right there and place in 2 repeaters. So take out your repeaters, place 2 repeaters going into that block, set the back one to 4 ticks, leave the front one on 1 tick, and there we go. So now the first one should be working. So if I get in here, boop, I get popped up. Now we have to make the other floors. So to make each floor is very easy. Right next to our button, once again, we're just going to place down a block, place a piece of redstone on top of it, place a block coming out from that redstone like that, place a redstone torch to the side of that block, a block on top of your redstone torch, another redstone torch to the side of that block, a block on top of this redstone torch, place a redstone torch off the side of this block. So now we have something that looks like this, up, over, and then up like that. Place a block on top of the redstone torch, piece of redstone, block to the side of that redstone with a sticky piston coming out from the front. It should extend out. Place a slime block in front of that sticky piston, and then we're going to place another sticky piston facing down underneath the slime block. So where we go, place our sticky piston facing up underneath it, and that's going to be the second floor. So now we should get launched up to the second floor. So just come here, click the button, get launched up, and okay, that's not supposed to do that. Oh, this repeater here has to be on 2 ticks delay. Sorry, that one has to be on 2 ticks delay. Now we should be fine. There we go. I was like, something is definitely off. So yeah, just make sure that one is on 1 tick. It's on 2 ticks delay. There we go. Perfect. Now we are on the second floor, and this is where we're going to start off on the next part. So same thing we did down there with the obsidian. We're going to place a block here, a block up right here, and then remember to keep this one an air block back here or else it will not work. So let's go ahead and place in our button next. So just come up 2 blocks off the back, and we can go ahead and place in our button right off of this block. But we also got to make a down function first. So let's go ahead and do the down function, and then we'll do the next up function. So to do the down function for this build, all you have to do is just place a block here with a button on top of it. Then come down to this side, and right here where the sticky piston is, we're going to place a glass block in. Place in a piece of redstone. Take out your sticky pistons. Place a sticky piston facing down with a redstone block in front of it. And then place a piece of redstone on top of that sticky piston. So now when I click the button when I'm on top of the slime block, it will open it up, dropping me down to my next floor. And then of course, if I want to go back up, click the button, I'll pop right up to this floor. So now guys, it's just rinse and repeat. We're going to do the same thing we did right over here. We're just going to come out a block. And then instead of having a normal block here, we're going to have a glass block, come down another block, placing in 3 pieces of redstone, 1, 2, 3. And then we're just going to bring out this block right here over to our sticky piston, placing in a walling block of choice. We don't want to be able to see it like that. And then place in our 2 repeaters. First one set to 4 ticks, second one set to 2 ticks, and that will be our next floor. So when I click the button, I get popped up to the next floor. And if you want to, you can add another obsidian block here to hide up that, and then, just bring it down to the bottom just to clean up the area so it looks a little bit nicer. There we go. Bring up this back area too. There we go. And then, of course, we can add a couple more here to hide those pistons. And that's going to be our second floor completely hidden up. And you know what? I forgot we could see these blocks from back here as well. So I don't want to see that green there. So I'm just going to switch this block over real quick. And this block right here over real quick. There we go. So now it looks nicer when we come up to it like that. Click the button. Go to the second floor. And boom, there we go. And same thing here. I don't know. I don't want to see green there. So I'm going to switch these ones out. Place a block here so we can't see it, and a block here as well. But now we're just going to do the same exact thing once again. We're going to place a piece of redstone to the side of this button right here. And we're just going to go up with a torch ladder once again. So off that redstone, place a block up, torch to the side, block on top of it, torch to the side, block on top of that one, torch, block, redstone, block off the side of the redstone, sticky piston should extend out with a slime block in front of it. And then we're going to place in our sticky piston facing upwards into that slime block. Like that. There we go. So that's going to be our next floor. So when I click the button, oops, stop bouncing. Boom. I get launched up to the next floor. And now we just got to rinse and repeat, do the same thing we did here. So take out your obsidian blocks, place one right here. Place one up like that. Place one up here as well. Come off the back with our button. So 2 blocks up. Placing on our button off the side of the block. Place a block of choice off the side of this one and this one with redstone on both of them. Place another block of choice back here so you don't have to see anything back there. Then we're going to come down with that line of blocks. So right off the side of this block, we have to place in our glass block so it does not activate that sticky piston. Then just come down an extra block. 2 blocks over, 1, 2. Take out your walling block once again, place it next to your sticky piston, and place in 2 repeaters. First one set to 4 ticks, second one set to 2 ticks, and just place redstone going down like that, and that will make our next floor done. So click the button, pop up to the next floor, good. Now we just have to make it so we can go down as well. So we're just going to come out a block, place in our stone button, place in a glass block next to this sticky piston with a piece of redstone on it, place a sticky piston facing down with a redstone block off the top of it, and then we're going to place in a piece of redstone there, and that will make it so we can go back down. So click the button, go back down to this floor, and then if we want to pop back up there, just click the button, and we'll get shot back up. And now what we have to do is just clean up the area so it looks a little better. So if you want to place another obsidian, there we go. Place into here, bring this going all the way up to the top, all the way up to the top, hiding up all of this redstone. There we go. And now the last floor is going to be the easiest one. All we have to do is just add in a sticky piston with our flooring block and we're done. So we're going to just do the exact same thing we did here again. So come out from this redstone, block up, redstone torch to the side, block on top of it, redstone torch to the side, block on top of that redstone torch here, block, redstone on top of the block, block on top of the redstone, and then a sticky piston facing out. And now we just take out our flooring block of choice. I'm just going to use white concrete and place it like that. So this will be the last floor. Boom. Onto our last floor. And now all we need is just a button to get off of it. So, just come out from the side right here. Place in your button. So let me get out my button real quick. Come on. There we go. Place in our button. Now for the last floor, we don't need to use a glass block. So I'm just going to go like this. Come out. Piece of redstone. Placing in our sticky piston facing down with our redstone block like that. And that's it. You're completely done. So now all we have to do is just add a couple of blocks around this. There we go. We can bring this going all the way up. And we can hide up this one completely. There we go. Bring our blocks up over here as well so we can hide up this redstone. I like to come out one extra block right here just so it matches the rest of the blocks down here. Like that. But there we go. That's all the floors completely done. So let's go ahead and test out. So, second floor. Third floor, fourth floor, and then to go down, click the button, back down to this floor, click the button again to go down to the next floor, click the button again, and we are at the final floor. And of course, if you want to make it taller, just keep doing the same thing over and over again. It's the same thing right here, over and over. And, you just keep going up and up and up. Just keep following the torch ladder, and you can keep adding more and more levels in as far as you want it to go. And last but not least is going to be that very, very simple minecart elevator. So this one is super easy to build. I'm going to be making mine go up 4 floors like I did over there. So for this build, we're going to need 4 activator rails, 1 rail. You might need the rail, you might not need it. I'll show you when we're doing it. We're also going to need 4 minecarts, 5 ladders, 4 levers, 8 slabs of your choice, and some blocks to put around our elevator to make it look nice. So basically, just find any place in your house. If you have multiple floors in one house and you just want to make an easy way to get up through them, all you have to do is just come up 3 blocks. 1, 2, 3. Place in an activator rail. Now, if your activator rail is facing this way and this is your wall right here, we don't want that. We want it to be facing the other way. This is where this other rail comes into place. So we're going to place a block next to it, place a rail, break the rail, and now just place 2 blocks up next to your activator rail. Place your minecart on top of the activator rail. Come to the backhand side, flip down a lever, and have it so when you get inside the minecart now, you'll just automatically get kicked out of it. Next up, what we're going to do is just come up. Let's make sure you're on the side without the lever too. Make sure you're on the side that doesn't have the lever because this is the front of your elevator. Next up, what we're going to do is just come up a block, place in our slab upside down, and that's 1 floor completely done. So when I get inside the minecart, I'll be popped up on top of that slab. So boop, and I'm on top of the slab. So now all we have to do is just keep repeating the same thing over and over. So from this slab, we're just going to come up 3 blocks behind it. 1, 2, 3. Make sure this is the back. This is where your lever should be. And we're just going to place another slab off the 3rd block upside down. And now do the same thing. Activator rail. Block to the side. Rail. Break it. Place a block up. Place a block up. Place your lever off the side of it. Turn it on. Go ahead and place in your minecart. It's just start doing that weird wiggle thing. Because it's trying to kick us out of the minecart. Come up a block right above it. placing in our slab upside down. And same thing again, come up 3 blocks behind it. 1, 2, 3. Slab. Activator rail. Block. Rail. Minecart. Break that. Block here. Block here. Come to the backhand side. Flip it down so it starts wiggling. And I'm just going to do it one more time for my full 4 floors. So come up behind it. Place in your slab. Come up 3 blocks behind it. 1, 2, 3. Slab here. Activator rail. Block. Rail. Break that. Block up. Block up. Come to the backhand side. Lever. Minecart. Come up right above the minecart. And place in a slab for your last and final floor. And now we can go ahead and clean it up so it looks a little bit nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and just bring up blocks going right along all of them. All the way to the top. And do the same thing here. And then now all we have to do is just... Oop, I missed the block right here. And now what we're going to do is just make our flooring for each floor. So I'm just going to take out dark oak wood because it will match my slabs. There we go. And this is going to be for each floor. So right above where the minecart is each floor. Like that. There we go. And this will be our final floor. And now, of course, we need to make it so we can get down. So I'm just going to come up 1, 2, 3 blocks like that for my final floor. And now for the next floor, what we have to do is just bring down blocks. And this is where we're going to put in our ladders to get back to each floor. So right here is where each floor is going to be. So starting off from the bottom one, we're just going to dig down a block and place a ladder off the side of it. Let me just take some blocks of choice out and put a ladder in like that. And do that for each floor. So we're going to come out with our floor and put a ladder on the backhand side of it right here. Like that. Same thing here. Come out. Take out your ladders. Place a ladder here. There we go. That's all the floors. And now we just got to put in our walling on the backhand side of it. And there you guys go. You're completely done. Let me just go ahead and bring this out one more time. And then we can go ahead and test everything out. And just for fun, I went ahead and turned it on survival just to show you take no damage from doing this as well. So we get inside our minecart right here. And we're popped up to our second floor. Again, our minecart popped up to the 3rd floor. Minecart, 4th floor. Minecart, 5th floor. And then to get down, all we do is come over here, hold down A, let go of A, and just keep holding it down to get to the next floor. Hold down A, get to the next floor. Hold down A, get to the next floor. And last but not least, we are at the final floor. But there you guys have it. That's how you build 3 very simple multi-floors inside of Minecraft Bedrock. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and if you're already subscribed, hit the notification bell. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace!